Graham Mertz staying in Gainesville.
Oh yeah.
How did that decision process go? And when did you say, okay, I want to run it back?
Yeah, I mean, kind of after our season ended. I mean, for me, it ended after the Mizzou game, so I had a little more time to think about it. Yeah, it took a few weeks with my family, talked through it, people around me. And yeah, I mean, you get to that point where you play the sport and your goal is to go to the NFL.
Yeah.
And for me, it's you have that option right in front of you. But I kept thinking back to my time here this past year and how blessed I've been with the people around me. So, I mean, I put it in my post, the whole unfinished business thing, but I mean, that's the truth. I care about this place and I want to win here.
Well, let's talk about the way your season, and obviously it didn't end the way your team wanted it all, but you personally, you trucked two dudes converting a 3rd and 5.
Yep.
This is because the way that all went down, you broke your collarbone. We'll lay it out for the folks. So you truck these two dudes. I mean, it's like boom, boom. And how much adrenaline is surging through you in that moment?
Oh, a lot. A lot. No, yeah, I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
I saw my teammates fired up on the sideline, and I was juiced up.
So you take the next snap and you hand off to Montrell, right? And then it's like, didn't you feel it? Or?
Yeah. So I got the snap, and I put my left hand down with the ball, and I just felt crumble in there. So it wasn't a good feeling.
Well, and the thing is, that's a team that had a great season. You guys are playing so well against them. You were in a position to win the game, and all of a sudden you're out for the rest of the year. Yeah. How tough were those last couple of weeks for you?
I mean, my whole career in college as a starter, I've never been out for a game.
Yeah.
So my whole time in Wisconsin, played in every game. I might have not finished a few, but never been in that situation. But it was good for me. I mean, I think being out that whole week and learning, kind of seeing the prep from a different lens. I mean, it gives you a different insight on how you can improve your preparation and how you can mentor guys. So,
I was just saying, you were trying to help Max as much as you could.
Oh yeah, yeah. And but yeah, being on a field and not playing was it was interesting.
That's why I saw you get an interview during the Florida State game by Holly Rowe, and it's probably surreal because you're thinking, what am I doing? I'm not supposed to be here.
I was watching the game, and then they were like, "Hey, we got an interview," and I was like, "Wait, what?" I didn't even know they did that.
They do it now. Yeah, they make the coaches talk after every quarter now. So
every quarter?
Oh, it's wild. Wow. I don't think I could do it. Like I'd be nervous to ask them the quick because I know how hot they get when things go wrong.
Yeah.
And they're coming right to you, and you're like, "Hey, coach, that call you just made that didn't work. Why?" Like that feels a little dangerous. So
yeah,
I want to tell you about Game Time. So if you're excited about the playoff, maybe you want to go to the Rose Bowl. But you're an Alabama fan, you're a Michigan fan. You've always dreamed of going to the Rose Bowl, of seeing the sun set over the San Gabriel Mountains in the third quarter. Kind of late third, early fourth. You can do that. With Game Time, you can get tickets to that game right now. So you download the Game Time app, you pick your ticket, you see what the field looks like. And it's a picture of the field. And you're like, oh, okay, that's nice. It's a picture of the field. No, it is the picture from the seat you would be buying. A couple more taps, and that ticket is yours. You want to go to the Sugar Bowl? Do you want to see Texas and Washington play in New Orleans? Game Time has it. You download the Game Time app, use the code Staples, and you get $20 off your first purchase. So that's Staples is the code, $20 off your first purchase. And yeah, if you want to go to those playoff games, you want to go to a Rolling Stones concert or a Taylor Swift concert, Game Time has those tickets too. Comedy shows, theater, you name it, Game Time has it, and is the easiest, least stressful way to buy tickets that you thought were impossible to get. Go to Game Time, use the code Staples, $20 off your first purchase. But so what was that first year at Florida like? Did it meet your expectations, exceed? How did you come into this and how did you feel coming out of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think back to my time like in the portal and the uncertainty of where I was going. And it happened so quick. And I came down here and met with the coaches, met with the staff, and I was like, this is the place I need to be. And for me coming in and just seeing how much time, effort, energy they put into me and developing me. And from the start, it was all about work, and that's what this whole year was about. So it's been absolutely awesome. Exceeded my expectations. I mean, I love this place with all my heart, and that's why it was an easy decision, or not easy decision,
Right.
but I ended up getting to that decision of coming
So
back.
I wanted to ask you about being in the portal and that whole process, because we have all these people jumping in now.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give somebody who's in the transfer portal now in terms of dealing with that entire process?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's probably different than when I was in it, and
Even a year later.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think especially in today's day and age, I mean, it's growing and it's evolving, and that's what I mean. I've had a few buddies at schools that, whether they're from high school high school buddies or Wisconsin buddies, that are in the portal, and everything I always tell them is look, you're looking out for yourself, and you got to find a place that matches what you need and what you can give to them. Like it's a mutual agreement, and it's a business decision. You got to go in there and you got to provide everything you got. So it's that's kind of what I've told guys.
So how, you mentioned it happened quickly. How much time did you really have between making the decision, I'm leaving Wisconsin, and making the decision, I'm coming to Florida?
I think it was like 18 days
Wow.
total. So I think I entered the portal on probably the 2nd of December. I can't remember exactly, and probably had to make a decision by the 18th or whenever
and your phone blows up when you enter, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's a stressful time.
Yeah.
You feel that pressure of, oh, I got to make a decision. I got all these options. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's also like doing your high school recruitment in a condensed time.
Yeah.
So you're bouncing all these phone calls, text messages, and trying to find the best situation.
I've had guys say that second recruitment, their priorities are vastly different than the first time.
I mean, it's all about ball.
Yeah.
It's all about the system, how you fit in, and how you can make the team better. So I think, everybody I've talked to, it's all about just ball.
So your decision now gives them some continuity offensively. How much can you help when they're bringing those visitors in, the guys who are in the portal or the ones who might sign out of high school, to say, hey, here's what this is what it looks like?
I think that's a big part of my job these next couple of months is when guys do come in, showing them what we do, how we're going to improve, how we're going to be better, and really just I talk about the character of the people that are here at Florida. I mean, it's second to none. I mean, the amount of people we have that are just great individuals that make up this team. I mean, it's a no-brainer for me. So for me, it's relaying that information and showing the X's and O's.
So what do you guys need to do better to be better than 5-7?
Yeah, I think the big thing is finish, and you can't hurt yourself. And I think that got us in trouble a little bit this year. I think back to games where we just flat out as a team we didn't finish, and I think that's a player leadership thing that we will attack, and we already are attacking. And you look at games like you think about Arkansas, you think about Mizzou, even LSU. I mean, we're in all those games, and we could have won them if we finished. And I think that's the big emphasis this offseason.
How do you handle it with teammates who are thinking about entering the portal, deciding whether they want to be back here? Is that a big recruitment job as well? I
mean, I think this day and age is so different where, I mean, everybody's always making their own decision. And sometimes they don't want to be in that battle. So I think it's interesting when you look back at it and the recruitment of that. I mean, yes and no. I mean, you don't always know what people are thinking, and that's the different battle of this. But I think in the end, it's with all the moving chess pieces coming in and leaving. I mean, I think the people that are here, we know what this team needs to do and how we need to do it better. So that's the emphasis.
So you've done this before at Wisconsin. You were in the same offense the entire time, so you know what year 2 in an offense is versus year 1. How different is it really?
Man, I'm fired up.
Okay.
I mean, I think back to last year, like around this time, or not this time, probably like early January. I mean, I'm just trying to learn it.
Yeah.
And that's the emphasis. And now it's like, all right, now it's my job to teach it. And we get to get timing done earlier. So timing, anticipation, footwork on route depths and all that stuff. So for me, it's all about the details and being able to relay that, teach guys. And obviously, I mean, I think that I can grow in this offense as well. So I'm fired up for it.
Well, it felt like you kind of evolved in it as the season went on. I mean, it seemed like they really turned you loose against South Carolina.
Mhm.
And were you comfortable before that, or was it a case where, as the weeks went by, you're like, all right, I can add this, and we can do this, we can do this?
I mean, I think the season, if you approach it right, it allows for a lot of growth, and not only for individuals, but the entire unit.
Yeah.
And I think throughout weeks, I mean, we started off in camp going into the first game. We were confident, and we felt like we had a good plan and all that stuff. And I think that it just kept evolving.
Yeah.
And I mean, I owe that to guys like Trey, Ricky, the entire backfield up front. I mean, the entire offensive unit, we just got a little bit better at our process every week. And that's what Coach always talks about. But especially in college football, that's what you need to do. And that's how you put yourself in those games and win games. So
let's talk about Trey Wilson. He seems like the type that when you see him touch the ball for the first time, it's like, ooh,
oh yeah,
that's a little bit different.
And I had that.
Yeah.
We were in camp, and I threw him a little out route.
Yeah.
And he just hit his right foot and turned around and spun out and went and scored. And I was like, I looked at Coach, and he looked at me, and he's like, "Yep."
Yeah, I was a beat writer when Percy was a freshman at Florida.
Yeah.
And I remember the first practice, we were allowed to watch practice back then. And the first practice, they just dump it off to him. And it just was you heard everyone just go, whoa.
Yeah.
it's that with those special guys. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, because he came in late, not late. He came in at the normal time.
Right.
He didn't come in early. And it seems late in today's age. But
exactly.
So he came in the summer, and I think he had a little injury. He was banged up recovering, so we didn't really see him in the summer. But he was still around the team. And then we get into camp, and we hit about, I think it was practice 4 or 5, and we were like, all right, this guy's legit.
Yeah.
So I mean, even just outside of football, I mean, he's such an awesome guy. I mean, his locker's right down the hall from mine, and see him every day. And yeah,
so you two are the ones that are telling everybody, hey, come play for this offense. This is what we can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, 100%. I mean, we're excited about this offense, and we do know what we can be. So
yeah. Now I heard, I know you're a KC guy. I heard you're a bit of a barbecue expert. Which is so I've gotten to travel around the country, gotten to eat a bunch of places. Now my KC experience is interesting because I did the classics. I did the Gates and Arthur Bryant's, but I've been to Joe's.
Okay.
So, but I haven't been back lately. They don't dump, and I've been to LC's. So
LC's is good.
It is good. I don't like the sauce dumped all over everything. It offends me. It offends me.
You like the?
Oh yeah,
like
I'm a dry
smoky,
guy. Yeah. So
okay.
Where do I go in KC where I'm going to get the best barbecue now? We're not messing with any NIL deals, are we?
I can't wait to go home. Oh my gosh. Joe's is really good.
Yes, I love Joe's. Z-Man sandwich, classic.
Next time you go,
okay,
a place called Q39.
Okay.
It's a newer spot.
Yeah.
Man, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I can't even explain how good it is. I'll show you a picture after this.
Well, I was gonna say you played at Wisconsin. Like when you were telling those offensive linemen about this kind of barbecue, or just eyes big as saucers. Like,
oh my gosh. I mean, I had, I mean, we'd go to some chain barbecue place. I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. I'm like, guys, you haven't even seen this. I'm like, you are not even experiencing the best barbecue in the world. Kansas City barbecue is the best barbecue in the world.
There it is. All right. All you Texas people, all you Georgia people, all you North Carolina people, you hear it right here. This is yell at him.
Yell at me. I can take it.
It's funny because my barbecue opinions probably get more smoke than my football opinions. Like,
really?
If I say this team's better than this, you get yelled at.
Oh yeah.
But if you let's say, I prefer Texas barbecue to North Carolina barbecue. Oh my God.
Yeah,
it's
passionate
all
people.
Yeah. Well, and the KC people are very proud. So
we're proud. I mean, we like our sauce. I'm not gonna
I know.
From it.
It's okay.
But the sauce makes it.
Oh.
Anybody can smoke it.
No, they can't.
In Kansas, they can.
Properly cooked meat requires no sauce. This is
see here's the argument.
All right.
So everybody in Kansas City can smoke it, and it's delicious.
Oh.
But that's the standard. But then they separate with the sauce.
I have never heard it argued this way,
Yeah.
I'm almost ready to buy it. So
Yeah.
they are so good,
So good.
so
at smoking
proficient.
It. Oh yeah.
The brisket is so great.
Mm-hmm.
The pork is so perfect. The
Yeah.
ribs are so amazing that they have to put something on it because
yeah.
otherwise everybody would just be the same.
Yeah, the standard's been set, and that's why everybody's arguing. I'm like, wait, you can't say it's just good dry because that's the standard.
Dude, you have a career in politics because the spin you just put on that is unbelievable.
It's the truth. Is the truth.
Wow.
I'll take you to a barbecue spot.
I just want to see the pictures of Q39. I'm excited now.
I got you.
Appreciate it, Graham.
I got about 30 of them. So
appreciate it. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples on 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.